Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am your never humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beautiful co-host from South Canada, Quiet Michael.
Hey, Eric.
And dialing it in from the left coast, Brain Damage.
Yo!
We're going to have some funny memes for you, but first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential aspect of every single show. You know it. You love it. You know what I'm talking about. I mean... Well, that was unexpected. I mean... the depressing news. Yep, all kinds of crazy shite going on, man. The Democrats that we talked about last week, who escaped from Texas to avoid voting, to break a quorum, finally gave in and showed up back in Texas, and now they're attempting to evade a directive to have police escorts. So, like, you remember back when you were in like grade school and you'd need like an escort to go to the bathroom? These guys need a police escort to leave the legislature. So several of them are sleeping in the legislature. I don't know. Texas, y'all just get your shit together. I don't know what to freaking say, man. Hey, in a lot of media news this week. Good news. Taylor Swift absolutely destroyed Joe Rogan's Trump podcast ratings in her very first hour on her boyfriend show with Kelsey. So how funny is that? And really, honestly, Taylor is also a billionaire, and until she starts giving away a lot of money, I mean, a lot faster, hon. She's still on the list. But the fact that she stomped Joe Rogan gets her extra points. And we'll put you towards the back of the billionaire line, Taylor. Also, South Park set its own ratings record with a Kristi Noem skewering episode. I don't know if you happen to catch any of this, but they really just redid one gag that her face is entirely held up with Botox and it kept melting, and then she'd need like a squad to come in, like a team of mechanics at NASCAR. And then she's back out on the track. She goes from cosplaying, with a nice group to cosplaying somewhere else. Hey, but in other related good news, Alex Jones' InfoWars is going to go up for sale again. The judge rules. And you know who that clears the way for? My old employer, The Onion. That's right. The Onion could take possession of all that beautiful, beautiful misedutainment infrastructure. And it couldn't happen to a nicer company. That's what I think. So they're going to revive it in their bid for the entire network. So that's fun. Hey, speaking of big evil media companies, Newsmax is now paying $67 million to settle a Dominion defamation lawsuit. You might remember these defamation lawsuits from such famous ones as, I think Dominion Voting also sued Fox News for just shy of $1 billion, rounding error away from $1 billion. So that's two of the main news sources on the right that have been declared definitely lying about shit, definitely lying about stuff, and libel, and that's always fun for me. Then let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, hey, you know what? We're not the only crazy country. We're not the only crazy country. A lot of times you're like, God, America's the only crazy country in the world. No, over in Britain, trans people could be asked to show ID to access toilets.
What?
Show your ID to go to the bathroom.
What?
So, yeah, I just, here's the thing. I'm really disgusted with all the crazy authoritarian, Christo-fascist nonsense that's going on in the United States. But at least these wankers are also stupid. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't know. I find that comforting. Meanwhile, neurodivergent rebel, and by the way, super cool, emailed back and forth. We had a great week. Friend of the show, literally. Posted this from Brian Tyler Cohen, also a friend of the show. The greatest source of medical misinformation on the planet at this point is the Health Secretary of the United States, which is No lies detected. So, oh dear God, that's an interesting state of affairs. I know you're like, Eric, why do you follow all this depressing political shit? Because sometimes I come across these characters that are absolutely insane. You guys remember that this character, Laura Loomer? She's the one that looks like Saw as a human being. Do you remember that? That really big
Right.
chick, really way too shiny. So she is in court because she and Marjorie Taylor Greene are suing each other in what they are calling the Arby's scandal that nobody asked for. I know you're perplexed. I can see it in your face because what could possibly be the Arby's scandal between Loomer and Marjorie Taylor Greene? Well, apparently, it referenced, in social media, Green's alleged affair with a man who once dressed up as a Street Fighter character. And Loomer is making a pejorative reference, popular on the right, to the anatomy of promiscuous women. I had to freaking look it up. Uh,
Oh no.
yeah. But in deposition, Loomer apparently couldn't admit this was her reference point. Instead, she pretended she meant Green actually puts Arby's roast beef sandwiches in her pants. Here's just a small portion of the exchange. The attorney, she puts Arby's in her pants. Loomer, it's my best belief she would tell you that. Yes. Loomer, no, I'm talking about Arby's, the sandwiches. I'm talking about Arby's. I'm a very direct person. If I was making a derogatory comment, I would have said it. What I'm trying to say is no. And then, not helping her case, she doubles down and Loomer tweets the roast beef insult again today while she's in court over this crap. Asking Green's boyfriend, right wing reporter Brian Glenn, how does it feel to eat Arby's every day?
Oh,
Uh, so I went to Urban Dictionary and it said the loose folds of pussy flesh that might look like a sliced roast beef. But here's the thing, that was not the top answer. The top answer was just Arby's, the fast food chain whose logo resembles a circumcised penis. This segment brought to you by Arby's.
Bro.
What the fuck?
If you squint. Hey, a recent Gallup poll indicates that 54% of Americans report consuming alcohol, marking a record low in drinking habits. How crazy is that? Americans are drying out, and more are saying that alcohol is unhealthy. So apparently, the percentage of Americans who say they never consume alcohol has never been lower in the last 86 years. I want to get a little feedback on that from my friends who have a lot of experience with drinking alcohol. How do we feel about America drying out like that?
Thumbs up.
Yeah,
I don't drink as much as I used to did.
Yeah, I've been sober for like I guess going on 7 years.
Woo!
This is crazy, man. Gallup reported a 13 percentage drop from 3 years ago, which takes it to the lowest point since they began polling in 1939. So, kind of fascinating. I wonder what the kids are doing instead. Moving on. We always like to close out with a heartwarming animal story. And look at this headline, ladies and gentlemen. Rabbits with horns in Colorado are being called Frankenstein bunnies. Demon rabbits. How fun is that? I got all excited, man. I read this headline and immediately it was like nature is going to fight back. Nature is going to, evolution is going to bring horned tusked rabbits and they are going to take back what is rightfully theirs. But then it actually turns out it's like HPV. It's like an STD, and STDs grow these funky, gross, disgusting horns, like all on the bunnies, and with the papillomo STD. It's that STD grows horns on the bunnies. So
There's one thing Eric Sizemore knows about. It's animal STDs.
it's really funny. I was sitting there going, "Yeah, I used to dole out a lot of koala facts." Do you know that 100% of koalas have HPV? That's true.
Well, they do now.
They do. I know. Again, much like
Thanks,
the lateness of this
Sizemore.
show, I blame Michael. I just want to let you know. I'm just trying to say, I try to close on a heartwarming animal story. I thought nature was fighting back, got all excited. It wasn't happening. Here's another thing that I especially thought of our dear friend TD for. That the Danish zoo is asking for unwanted pets to feed its predators.
I heard about that.
That's awesome.
I know. I was like, man, see, they know recycling in the European places. They know recycling like a lot
I
better.
don't.
I don't think I don't think they let them chase them. I think they euthanize them and give them to them. So TD,
Yeah.
not only is it kind to the prey, I think it gives the predator a little buzz.
Okay, I can support that.
And that has been your heartwarming animal story, closing out all the news that's fit to talk about for August 19th, 2025, which still sounds like science fiction to me. And that takes us back to my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael.
Thanks, Eric. You're beautiful too.
Oh, wait, do you have a beautiful round one?
I have a big, long, round one. It's
Okay.
Eye of the Beholder. Here's the thing. I didn't know jackalopes weren't real until I was deep into my 30s.
Bro.
Dude, I was sitting at what's the name of that fucking goth brew pub in Munster? They make Zombie Dust and Three Floyds.
Yeah.
I was at the Three Floyds brew pub and they had a jackalope on the wall. And I was like, where are those things from? Arizona? Or like I've never seen one. And my boys were like, dude, that animal's not real. And I was like, yeah, it is. And cell phones. So we Googled it. And for our listeners, jackalopes are not real. But they fucking should be. Friend of the show, Justin, at Nothing But Lack. And listen, I've done this meme at least 5 times on this show, but all of our listeners are drunk, so it doesn't matter. He says, a bunch of girls told me I look just like Chris Hemsworth. Haha, do you agree? And the left picture is just this skinny dude, and the right picture is fucking massive Chris Hemsworth. But my favorite thing is the top comment is from Chris Hemsworth himself, who says, this guy thought he'd trick us all by posting himself twice.
Yeah.
Aw.
I love him as a person. I would throw it all away. Online participant at Sorta Bad says, takes exactly 1 puff of drugs. What if all Jay-Z's problems were Luft balloons?
Oh my God.
Oh God, that's a
I love you so much.
Arby's, who's all the talk of the town this show, says you should legally be allowed to declare independence from England on the grounds of how bad their food is. Ooh. Wendy's replies, pot, meat, kettle. The Hard Times, friend of the show, thehardtimes.net. Listen, if you're not following the Hard Times, how are you getting your Hard Times? I don't want to hear anything about it if it's not hardtimes.net. It's a picture of a white liberal woman doing something. Says liberal voter signs petition to build more affordable housing 2 towns over, maybe 3. Ned at Ned's feed, friend of the show. Ned, what's up, Ned? He retweets this New York Post headline that says rainforest scientists name tree after Leonardo DiCaprio, and there's a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio. Ned says, smart move, it looks just like him. Do you get it, Eric? I know you're doing something else. It's a picture of Leo. And Ned thinks it's a tree that looks like Leo. Uh-oh. What happened? What'd you do, dude?
What?
The Onion, friend of the show, The Onion, has a picture of Stephen Miller. And it says, Stephen Miller tears up as son says first 14 words.
Hey.
That is a fucking brilliant joke, dude. Even for The Onion, that's good. Introverted neurodivergent mem says, them, do you take constructive criticism? Me, already crying. Sure, what's up? This is every comedian ever. And my last meme for round one, can you believe it? I'm already through round one. Comes to us, I've been trying to figure this out. East Coast it rates. Thank you so much. East Coast it notes. So it's 4-panel comic. First it says live. There's a picture of a UFO. It says panic in the skies, alien craft scene. Then we see Donald Trump who says, "Oh, thank God, a distraction." Now the next panel, we see the aliens. They announce, "We have come for the Epstein files. Aliens to address public." And then the fourth panel is just Donald Trump saying, "Fuck." And that's all I have for round one. Kicking it over to brain damage.
All right. Nothing I can do to top that. Let's see if we can
I don't think it'll be hard. I think that was a pretty weak first round. I
All
think
right.
you got this.
We're gonna start this round with not even a fucking meme. This is an actual poster at the school that I work at. It is a bunch of kids made a poster with a paper airplane jet on it and some luggage, a passport, and it says nothing beats a jet to holiday. That's all the time. I don't know why that's fucking popular, but I seen it today. I was like, I'm taking a picture, I'm putting it on the show. Let's move on. This is a cartoon. I couldn't find the cartoonist signature. Put your fucking signature on your art, people. Could be AI, who knows? It's two wolves sitting at two logs. The orange wolf says to the gray orange wolf, "Hey, where's Tim?" Gray orange wolf says back, "Tim! I thought he was with you!" And they are labeled werewolves. Were being spelled WHERE. Werewolves. The different
Mwah,
kind.
mwah, mwah.
Yeah, I like it that way. The Drake Gatsby at Drake Gatsby, it says, "I'm all about that grind." G stands for get rest. R stands for rest. I like to rest. N, not a fan of not resting. And D is for don't bother me, I'm resting.
Woohoo!
All about the grind. Late Night Thoughts has kid. Grandma would say yes. Mom. Well, it sounds like my mom is cooler than yours, cat.
Nice.
Hey.
Touche, lady. Negative Nancy posted an AI picture of a yin yang that says, "Inside of you are two dipshits." And that one side of the yin yang has a brain, and the other side has a heart.
Don't listen to either of them.
Yeah.
I don't know, Michael, because then you're gonna listen to that one in between. Yo, let's move on.
Trust him. He's not in between. He's
It was the hour. How you
Oh.
know anatomy?
I was gonna say in between your legs, bro. Anyways,
Yeah.
I thought you meant between my head and my heart, and I was like, no, don't trust whatever comes out of my mouth.
nah. Let's
Let's
go
move
with
on.
the stomach. Fuck it. Go fat
Let's
boy
move on.
status. Anyways, Street Fighter 6 posted a cartoon, and we have looks like maybe Goku from the Dragon Ball Z. He points his right arm up. The Hulk on the other side points his left arm up. They come together to form Blanca from Street Fighter.
I mean, fair.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to do it. Mean Dave
Who,
posted
Blanca?
Great Minds, which he reposted Pro Wrestling Network. And here we have a picture of Grande Americano and Dominic Mysterio going for the English announce table at Triple Mania. And it says, using the English announce table for a spot in Mexico is a great bit. Yes.
I thought that was well done.
That was so dope. Here we have Horror Fiends. And it says, first look at Pedro Pascal as E.T. in E.T. the Extraterrestrial 2 fully loaded. And somebody photoshopped their AI Pedro Pascal's
Jesus.
face onto E.T. And goddamn, this is disturbing and beautiful
Michael
at the same
Jackson.
time.
Honestly, I think
man.
he taught her this way.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
And the MMA Outsiders posted one champ for 7 years and 10 champs for the next 12. Anderson Silva was something special.
Yeah.
And we just had a new middleweight champion in the UFC this week. Boers won the title. And we see all the champions on one side. We have Chris Weidman, Luke Rockhold, Michael Bisping, George St. Pierre, Robert Whitaker, Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira, Sean Strickland, and we had Dricus Duplessis, and now Hamzat Chimaev. So
Brane, you
yeah,
are all the way in on this fandom.
yeah, and Anderson Silva had 14 fucking title defenses in a row. Fuck him, Travis Lutter for not making weight. That was still a title defense. Anyways, Sarcasm League post. My superpower is holding on to junk for years and then throwing it away a week before I need it.
Here.
Panda emoji.
Thoughts like this are bad for me.
Yep.
This is how I end up with too much fucking shit in my house.
And this is how we go full spectrum to full spectrum. And we're gonna end with cartoons and jokes. Says breaking news, and we have a piece of wood. It says man uses piece of wood he put in his garage in 1982 because it might come in handy in the future.
Fucking legend. Legend.
Is
Legend.
a legend for sure. Passing it off to you, Eric.
Round one. I'm so excited.
Keeping the hole in wholesome.
Keeping the hole in wholesome, starting off with meteorologist Jacob Dickey. And I would like to remind you that in the Midwest, it is a sin to make fun of your meteorologist's name. Okay, so we shall not be making any jokes about Dickey. Okay. Anyway, check it out, man. Whole rest of the freaking country's having like climate change and crap, but not here. We got a fall weather watch. He said he was tired of heat advisories. We're gonna have a fall weather watch here with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s being a real possibility. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, how could that possibly be? I can see your eyebrows going up down there in Arizona. You're like, well, as a matter of fact, it turns out that global warming is not affecting every place equally, and I happen to live in one of the cool places. There's this fun thing called the Central U.S. Warming Hole. So there's lots of warming going on, but I'm in the hole, keeping the hole in wholesome with the warming hole, which is leading to fall advisories. Now, now,
Never say warming hole again.
dude, the Midwest is known for their warming hole. It's well known. Climatologists discuss the Midwest warming holes. We are famous for it. People come to experience it. I wouldn't have gone that far if you hadn't told me to stop. Anyway, the thing is, going to have some lovely weather here, but, we do take it pretty seriously. Again, meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Okay. Reported this storm damage from this morning at the Vet Med South Farms on Race Street in Urbana. And by the way, too, just looking at this, I can smell it. I don't know, TD, South Farms.
Oh, bro, no.
Whew. In the summertime, people, if you're in the wrong part of town downwind, it's an experience as well. We take it pretty seriously. Tore the roof off of this building, and that's like this is my town. This is our town right here. But you know what? We still love our weather. Look at these adorable kids. I found this from the Laughing Librarian who posted this in Easy Kid Crafts and whatnot. Tornado and Weatherman Halloween costumes. Look at this. She's got like gauze wrapped all around, like it's really shears, and like stuck in it, you can see a cow and leaves. And the kid's got a perfect on his face, like a tornado would. And then the weather guy, he's got a blown out, umbrella with leaves and paper and stuff stuck to it. I thought it was brilliant. Oh, it was really good. So
Yeah.
Digging the Midwest.
Fun fact, quick, Eric, is that Diane told me a story about before we met. She once went to Halloween and she had her hair like did out, and somebody was dressed as a tornado with like twine all in their costume, and her hair got stuck in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Literally got caught in a tornado.
Yeah. Not fun fact for her. Sorry, babe. Don't smack me when you get home. I love you.
Nice. Okay. Moving on to wild green memes for ecological fiends. Here we see a hunnel. I don't know, a hutch, a tunnel, a cave, a burrow. That was the word I was looking for. A burrow that has a big gray rabbit in it and a turtle. And they're just in there together. Posted by Fuxing Cuties. They're adorable. And along comes a book of creatures and says, the tortoise and the hare have worked out their differences and are now sharing an apartment.
That's how you get horns on a
Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. Friends of the show, Texas Reporter has posted this one in case you missed it. Kevin Sorbo, who I guess was relevant at some point or something in the past. Kevin Sorbo, actor who once had muscles, says, I've been a Vikings fan all my life. Sigh. I need a new team now. And we see here a picture of a male cheerleader in front of 20 other Vikings cheerleaders. AJ Francis at AJ Francis 410 says, do people understand that focusing on the one male cheerleader standing with 20 beautiful women cheerleaders is in fact gayer than actually being gay?
It is.
And the thing was too, a lot of the conservatives jumped in and were just all about this making fun of male cheerleaders. And I was like, oh, you poor idiots, because they don't even know their own stinking history. We've had 3 Republican presidents who were cheerleaders. Get your history straight. I'm talking about George W. Bush, Ron Reagan, who did it at Eureka right here in Illinois, and Eisenhower, who knew? So, you know, these guys, they cell phone all day. Oh, you brought up Stephen Miller, and I didn't know if you'd seen this one before, but here we have a picture of Stephen Miller and also a rectal polyp.
Wait, which
And
one's which?
I know they look
That's
so
just
similar.
that's just 2 Stephen Millers.
I'm just saying, coincidence?
This is like the Chris
Coincidence?
Hemsworth meme again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was like, I can't believe you would insult anal cancer that way. And I'm like, look, vampires, cancer, corporations, I am against all immortals. All right.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Sammy gets me. Friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George A.
No, we're not doing that.
Posted this exchange in Messenger from Caleb today at 6:12. Says, hey, what do you wear to bed? And she replies, lacy black bra and booty shorts in the summer. Okay, but what about like in the winter? Do you wear warm pajamas? My mom is making me throw out my Superman pajamas, and I know they're about your size. Oh, man. Wholesome, so wholesome at this point.
Caleb has autism.
Hesitism. Annoying at Dequi says, having one lazy day per week can help reduce stress, high blood pressure, and improve mental health. And at Far1 Shah says, now imagine having 7 lazy days per week. How healthy is that? Found that one over there in the best and worst of Twitter too. And if you're not following the best and worst of Twitter too, you're not getting little life hacks like 7 lazy days a week. Almost done. Here we have a picture of Geordie LaForge on Reading Rainbow. he is apparently covered in blood and holding the Book of the Dead, I believe. It's the Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
And it's LeVar Burton. Show respect.
That's Geordie LaForge.
Well, I have the utmost respect for LeVar Rainbow and Reading LaForge, having Cthulhu. Yes. Moving on. Best and worst of Twitter too, making a second appearance in the show with a post from James Madwack. Oh man, how would you like to have gone through grade school with a name like Madwack?
Oh.
Wow, James, I salute you. An app like Tinder, except instead of matching with living people, you match with ghosts that want your help to solve the mystery of how they died.
Yeah.
1,500 retweets, 7,900 likes, and Sib at Lilu Mina BWR says, Haunter, without an E, Haunter.
Oh my God.
Oh, so clever. All right, I got 2 more. Bizarre Lazar, which I think is great, you know, spelled like standard Lazar, but Bizarre Lazar at Bizarre Lazar says, the odds of being murdered by babies are low, but never 0. You zoom in on these 2 twins in their Bjorns on the front of these very happy looking parents. They look pissed. They look like they crave human blood. Like this one over here on the left has like a cocked eyebrow and like a little, she's like starting to sneer. You know when you go on your back foot and you start to sneer? Look at that. That's the sneer. She can't even go on her back foot. She can't even walk yet. It's a murder baby. Friend of the show, Jason said, "Murder twin powers activate." Like, form of Tasmanian devil, Warner Brothers style. And finally, wrapping up the wholesome round with the best and worst of Twitter too, but a new poster, Savannah Barnett, who has posted this close to classy at close to classy, talking to her kid. Me, what did you learn today, kid? It only takes 3 cherry pits to kill a grown man. Me, that's not really what I was expecting. Kid, yeah, I thought it'd be more too.
What do you do
I
with
don't
the
know.
cherry pits?
I don't know. I like the mystery. I want to go to that kid's school. I need closure. Handing it back to my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael.
I think I could get the job done with one. The Hard Times friend of the show, kicking off round 2, the ostensibly second round. We have the Hard Times again. Hardtimesnews.net. Hardtimes.net says, "Is that a gun in your pocket, or do you have 2 boners?" All right. We got to do it, folks. Here we go. It's time for Gavin Newsom.
No.
Listen, I don't stand any politician. None of them. I stand on business. But Gavin Newsom has been funny as fuck lately. So Carl DeMaio says, "I'm looking forward to November 4th when California voters hand Gavin Newsom a humiliating defeat by rejecting his corrupt and dishonest redistricting scheme." Governor Newsom replies, "You won't be handing us anything, Carl." And then he retweets a headline, a real headline that says, "Ex-councilman accused of masturbating in City Hall."
Bro.
Next, Governor Newsom. Listen, let me tell you the thing that fucking cracked me up about this. He retweeted this picture somebody made of, it's like making fun of the Trump pictures where like the angels are praying for him and the former presidents are praying for him or whatever. Except this time it's Gavin Newsom sitting in the chair with his hands folded and his eyes closed. And Hulk Hogan is an angel who's praying for him. Kid Rock is praying for him. And Tucker Carlson is praying for him. The funniest part to me is that 2 of them aren't even dead. Like Kid Rock and Tucker Carlson. Like... All right. Governor, this was honestly my favorite tweet of the week. Governor Newsom again. He says, "Not even JD, just dance Vance." I'm sorry. Just dance Vance. Okay, not even JD Just Dance fans can save Trump from the disastrous maps, quote unquote, war he has started. Not even his eyeliner lines look as pretty as California map lines. He will fail, as he always does, sad. And I, the peacetime governor, our nation's favorite, will save America once again. Many are now calling me Gavin Christopher Columbus Newsom because of the maps. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh man, this guy cannot fucking miss right now. Donald Trump tweeted out Bella, B-E-L-A. I think it's just from just, an old person working a phone. Gavin Newsom retweets it and says, "We broke Donald Trump." Again, another retweet. He retweets Bella again, and this time Governor Newsom says, "Donald Tiny Hands has written his autobiography this morning. Unfortunately, low IQ, he spelled it wrong. Beta. Soon you will be a fired beta because of my perfect, beautiful maps. Thank you for your attention to this matter." This was my other favorite. on Fox News. It's a picture of Gavin Newsom giving a speech, and the Chiron says, Newsom, in addition to new maps, we plan on changing our state's official name to Donald Trump is on the Epstein list Fornia. Kaylin Dorr says, most transparent admin in history. Governor Newsom says, are you finally releasing the Epstein list? And that is all I have for round 2, kicking it back to brain damage.
Shout out TD with the inebriated round, and we're starting off with 420 for life.
Yes.
And we have the double meme panel meme with the dude that looks hella high with his mouth slightly open and his eyes really red and his hood toned back, and he's looking to the right and he's wondering. Hits blunt. If you were born deaf, what language were you thinking?
Dude, this keeps me up at night, honestly.
Huh.
420 for life says, I've never even thought about this. You clearly think in fucking robot, okay? AI is taking over. Never mind. Here we have burn these memes. We live in simulation, Eric. Whatever.
Yep.
Here we have, here she comes. She is a meat eater or man eater. And we have Holland Oath. And you see Holland Oates are both photoshopped with Mike Tyson's face on it. I butchered that singing. I didn't even notice the part that had singing up there. I would have practiced that a little further. Fuck it, we'll move on. Photoshops by Jeffy has the force is strong with this one, and here we have Fozzie with a lightsaber and a Jedi outfit on, some Jedi khakis, and he is labored Luke Skywalker, waka waka. All right. Addicted to sci-fi fantasy has like some kind of bowl where we have some rice in the background. We've got some noodles mixed up, some kind of potatoes, maybe some falafels or something, some greens on the bed on the bottom. And then somebody rearranged the greens to kind of come up a little bit along the noodles, and then somebody put like maybe some boiled spinach into what looks like Chewbacca's gun holster or bullet holster.
Bandolier,
whatever the fuck it's called. They did a piece of sushi as a mouth and a bean as a nose. And it says the rice was nice, but the noodles were a little bit chewy.
Hey,
I just like those things. Anyways, that's a lot of fucking starch. Move on. Just for jokes. TD, can you read this one for me?
I got you, dude. Just for jokes, I don't know you. It says, I think my dog always follows me to the bathroom because I always follow him outside. And he thinks that's how the way it works.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. We'll ask the expert. Yes, my dog agrees. Okay.
That Clean Humor Group says, at my age, I need one of those old-fashioned candy necklaces, but with Tums and ibuprofen.
Word.
Nice.
Johnny Corn posted an AI cartoon that says, only old people understand this. And it has the Hamburglar, and he's getting roughed up by Jack, Ronald McDonald, and the Burger King with Homer Simpson spray painted on the wall back there. It says, it's Tuesday, motherfucker!
Yeah, that's Wimpy, who gladly
Yes, Wimpy
pay
from
Tuesday.
Popeye, yeah.
Gladly pay
yeah,
Tuesday
whatever the
for
fuck.
a hamburger today.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Tuesday. I said the Hamburger. All right.
We knew what you meant.
Hood memes posted when the blunt make you cough so hard that you fart. Oh, this gas.
Hey. Dumb.
Speaking of, Never Meme has a poster of John Witherspoon, and he is holding an air freshener that says, don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes. And it is labeled, the movie is labeled Deuce Almighty. In Deuce we trust. And I think this might be the last one for me for this round. Set can I go? Okay, so a little bit of pretext to this one. Bacon is our Facebook page for the comedy network out here. It's Bay Area Comedy Network. And Set Can I Go posted, oh brother, who art in bacon? Hallowed be thy set.
Oh my.
Thy bookings come, thy will be done. At the show as it is in thy reels, give us this our daily set. Set's prayer. Bombalations 9-3. And that's gonna do it for me for the inebriated round. Passing it off to you, Eric.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. The interstitial round. Allegedly.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Brought to you by MAGA. Molesting adolescent girls is allowed. That's the new one. I guess. Well,
Oh.
not that new. I guess Matt Gaetz has been there for a while. But yeah, there you go. Remember when JD Vance?
Oh.
Remember when JD Vance was more known for his couch, predilections? Here's a sticker with JD Vance on it. It says, "I did not have sectional relations with that furniture."
Bruh.
Here's JD Vance going up the stairs to the Air Force One. Says, "Somebody called JD Vance Vladimir Futon," and I haven't stopped cackling yet. I try to say Vladimir Putin, maybe with a Boston accent. I don't know, but I think from now on we're always going to remember him as JD Dance. Michael, I hope you can see this one. What was this cat's name in the Olympics?
Ray gun.
Ray Gun.
Oh.
JD Dance dressed as Ray Gun breakdancing. Look at that ferocious seriousness. Because this is, I believe, in response to breaking that VP JD Vance would be in attendance at the Trump Zelensky meeting, and it was like, "Ooh, are we about to see another Oval Office showdown?" JD Dance. I'm gonna break in. Anyway, friend of the show, Walter Masterson, and if you're not following Walter Masterson, you are missing out because he's doing some of the best funny haha stuff out there. Has this post from Adam Sirius at Brow Tweetin'. 9/11, what's your emergency? Me. There's a really loud fight next door. 9/11. We'll send a narcissist with anger issues and a gun. Me. Oh my God, thank you. That'll help. You remember earlier when I talked about how the British government now wants you to show ID to use the bathroom? The young ones, Rick posting, has a picture of Rick, who was the really cool guy on the young ones. And it's a picture of him pointing. He's labeled Pornhub. It says, British people, when Bobby comes round to check their wank license. Viv, eat my penis. Just, I don't know if I did that the best, but I feel like it sort of captured it. Yeah, Gavin Newsom, man, hero of the empire. Honestly, I think this was the way that it was put best, and I posted this out there everywhere. Less you lie, Leslie. Anyway, I don't know how you say it, but cool name. She's got a picture of Gavin Newsom with slicked back hair, traditionally slicked back, pair of sunglasses on, and he's giving a kind of a mouth with his move. Less you lie says, I don't want Gavin Newsom to be the president. I just think he's doing what 49 other governors should be doing, which is trolling the fuck out of a pig. And I'm like, yes.
Woo.
Yes. I do not want him to be president. Let's be very clear. But when he's posting shit like this is a picture of him with the freaking, with the tampon taped over his ear, and it's labeled hero, spelled here, like ear. Anyway, which just freaking killed me. AI generated, I'm sure. Beautiful. A lot of people were pointing out that, all this parody of the president, that he was actually a terrible person. I was like, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem at all. But, I like it when monsters fight. One of the things that kept coming up is comparisons to the character from American Psycho, because they both have the slicked back hair and the similar taste.
Oh.
Patrick Bateman.
Yeah. This is. I keep seeing people saying the Dems need their own Trumpian evil figure. May I introduce to you Gavin Newsom, America's Psycho. And I'm like, oh, okay. To which friend of the show, Mark Anthony, posts this picture of Elon Musk with a chainsaw and American Psycho covered in blood with a chainsaw and says, choose your fighter. I thought it was a nice tie-in. So much Gavin Newsom. I mean, all day. This is one of my favorite. There's a little brief ad for now. That's what I call Where Are the Epstein Files? I just thought that was, art. I'm a big fan of art, as you know. So that one was pretty good. Yeah, Newsom, people were saying he is dropping so many funny memes. I'm waiting for him to drop a diss track. And then they had him, I don't know, maybe could you tell me? Come on, be hip, Michael.
Oh, that's Kendrick Lamar from the
Yeah.
halftime show.
But it's as though he is singing, and it's Gavin Newsom, and he says, "Say DT, I hear you like I'm young."
So this was man, Eric, this was like one of the greatest moments fucking ever is when Kendrick
Sure.
nobody knew if he was gonna say that or not, because that's a slam on Drake. And he looked at the camera, smiled like that, and said,
Yeah.
"Hey Drake, I heard you like I'm young." Fuck.
Boom. I know.
Just strutting. Strutting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Those bell-bottom jeans on.
So seriously, like all day, they've been
Jesus.
posting. Look at this. Gavin Newsom surrounded by Secret Service in the iconic shot, fist in the air, getting shot at Puxatawny, Pennsylvania or wherever the shooting took place. And then minutes later, the comment has him holding up a thing of ketchup, and all the Secret Service guys are laughing. There's a California flag. Just all day, and I saw all the ones you did. I really loved it. I absolutely loved it. There was one though, and I wanted the boys' opinion on this, gentlemen. Too far, because this is Gavin Newsom.
Listen, then, in the face of American fascism, there's no such thing as too far.
Okay. Because he is clearly wrapped in the flag. He's got his abs out, his pecs out. He's sporting it. And that is Ivanka.
Yeah.
Like, getting misty right there. Yeah. Yeah. So did I show the diss track? DT, I heard you like him young.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyway. Got about two more and I'm gonna wrap this up. The interstitial round. Laughing Librarian passed this one around. Jason at Longwall26 says, it's not the most ethical move in the world, but in a pinch, you can hand off a cursed object to basically any baby. And Trevor Roman says, concept, somebody tries this trick with a cursed hairpin or some bullshit, but the malevolent old woman whose spirit inhabits the object instead grows very fond of the baby. Now the parents not only have to deal with the child, but the blood-soaked, horrific specter that plays games with the baby and rocks it to sleep from beyond the grave. My working title is Scary Poppins.
Yeah.
And I will accept no criticism. Well said, Trevor Roman. And finally, Fear and Loathing Closer to the Edge has a cartoon from Banks that has a meeting at the Nobel Prize Committee. Nobel Prize Committee all sitting around a table, all intently looking at one gentleman at the end of the table who says, just for fun, let's give it to Obama again.
Oh my God.
And that has wrapped up my Act 2, the allegedly interstitial round.
I love it. Kicking off round 3, the penultimate round. Let's see. Bubble whore, spelled with some numbers in there. It says, why is it acceptable for parents to pierce babies' ears but nowhere else? I think a baby with a septum piercing would look cool as fuck.
I mean,
And TD, why don't you do me the honors and read this one from Classic Art Memes?
I got you, dude. We got this Renaissance looking feller with a dog, and the dog's kind of like got his paws on his shoulders, gonna give him little kisses and stuff. It says, sorry, my cat knocked my phone off. Okay, where was I? Yeah. Yeah, a guy asked me if I wanted to pet his Cocker Spaniel. Felt kind of weird about it now. Should have chosen the Spaniel.
Jesus, Steve.
I saw this earlier today and laughed my butt off, so I'm not even ashamed. I thought it was funny as hell.
Amar Rizbud says, time is Irish, the perseverance, the melancholia, the last name o'clock, etc. This one's not funny, but I like it. It's from Natural Life. It's got a picture of a drawing of an otter. It says, did you know otters have a pocket in their skin to keep their favorite rock in? Some keep the same rock for their entire lives.
That's cool.
I like that. Ryan Briggs says, my 2-year-old just looked outside and exclaimed, my rock is growing so fast. And then the 9-year-old whispered to me, I swap it out for a larger rock when she isn't looking. Somebody's gonna have to explain this one to me, but it's got
I got you.
Pennywise is in the sewer holding a bottle of Fago and says, whoop whoop, Georgie, it's gathering of the juggalos down here. And Georgie says, Shazbot. I understand everything except Shazbot.
It's something that the Juggalos say. I don't know what it means, but it is something that the Juggalos say.
Really?
Shazbot comes from Mork and Mindy. That was his made-up swear word.
Oh.
Hail
And they're
Satan.
so
Okay.
Be kind of witty. It says, told my kids, I couldn't find the hot cocoa powder, to which my 4-year-old said, maybe someone took it and hid it behind my bed, which is a suspicious specific theory. This is just John Brown came across my timeline, and anytime John Brown comes across my timeline, he gets shared. In 1829, some white families asked John Brown to help them remove Native Americans from the area. Brown replied, I will have nothing to do with so mean an act. I would sooner take my gun and help drive you out of the country.
Oh.
At birth, there's a picture of a really cute little baby elephant, and it says at birth, baby elephants weigh about 250 pounds, making them the biggest babies on earth right after your bitch ass. And I like this one from the geriatric millennial. It says, thinking about how people born in 2000 are 25 this year. But I was born in 1983 and am also 25.
Yes.
I'm getting close to the end. I just don't know where we are. It's kind of roulette here. Tolkien World has a picture of Harvey Weinstein and a picture of one of the orcs from the Lord of the Rings. It says, and this is a quote, a direct quote from Elijah Wood, speaking to The Guardian in 2021. He says, in one of the orc masks, and I remember this vividly, was designed to look like Harvey Weinstein as sort of a fuck you. I think that's okay to talk about now, Wood said. The guy is fucking incarcerated. Fuck him. It does look like. And that was it for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, and it's late as fuck, so I'm jumping the line. Trash Can Paul, you thought we forgot about him. We couldn't do a show without him. This week, he's my post with the most. You can see in the bottom, Shithead Steve liked this post too, but who cares? Fucking Shithead Steve. There's a picture of a toilet, and it's glowing. I'm colorblind, so I don't know what color it's glowing, but it's glowing.
A bright neon greenish.
I would have called it blue. It says, do not eat the shrimp from Walmart. And that's it for me tonight. Kicking it back to Brain Damage. Love you, boys. Love you, George.
Dude,
Later.
Take care, man. Thanks for
Hi,
coming.
Michael.
And we'll start this round with Joe Klogic. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but he's a funny dude.
Close it.
He says, Klogic. He says, I find that life is easier if you just assume everyone you meet is stupid. Maybe not a kind thing to say, but it sure explains a lot.
Here, here.
Yeah.
Here we have the gaming dungeon, and it says Lincoln Park. and we have someone cosplayed as Link from Zelda, but he also has a playground, like a Lego park, wrapped around his waist. Yes,
God.
that is Link in Park.
Oh.
Talk your shit. Posted a picture of somebody's welcome mat, but it's labeled IKYFL. Did you call first? And if you don't know what IKYFL means, it's I know you're fucking lying. Did you call first? Why are you here? Do not fucking knock on my door. Don't bring this shit. Leave immediately. All right. Here we have a picture of, I hope this is AI, but they have some robots working on what looks like a liquid, maybe like transformable nano robot tech. I don't know. It says a liquid metal robot that melts, escapes its cage, and reforms itself. The real life T1000 tech is now entering medical science, and I hope that's fucking lying. I hope they're fucking lying.
We not learned from the movie?
Right. I know they did say they have nanobots that do fucking, you can go through your whole veins and in your bloodstream and help fix. Anyways, we're doomed. And Skynet, if you can hear me in this computer, I'm on your side, buddy. Hire me, okay? I'll be one of the spokespersons, a liaison, something. All right, Speed Society. I didn't follow them because I'm not a race car driver fan, whatever. Anyways, it says I feel bad for my wife. She's in a never-ending war between I married my soulmate and I didn't sign up for this shit. Hood memes and Savannah Savakanis, I don't know. They posted Chinese food be bussin'. I don't care who pet that they use. Should have just kept it on the leash.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I'm a Chinese food fiend, okay? I don't give a fuck what that shit is. Give me some broccoli chicken. I'll do terrible things. Anyways, the Great Cheese Cult. Somebody named Abby at Shut Up Abby. Okay, that was way too hard for me to difficult reading when it was very easy. Anyways, they say things may suck now, but at least it's not as bad as it will be soon. Here we have Beavis and Butthead posted an AI picture of the great Hokaleo and Deadhead, and it's Beavis as Hulk and Butthead as Deadpool. And Beavis is saying, "You wouldn't like me when I write of toilet paper.
God damn.
Keep it from my bunghole." And Deadhead is saying, "Oh, I'm like healing and junk. Now shut up and smash something, Beavis." And yes. And this one is Tay Talk to Me at Tay Talk to Me posted, "What is the Caucasian way to say you got me fucked up?" And at FJ Stay Trill put, "Newsflash, buddy."
Is this the same? You got me fucked up.
Yeah. This is the last one for me for this ostensibly whatever the fuck round this is that's before the post of the moses. And it's funny sartistic grandmas posted an AI picture of like somebody on a deathbed. Their friend is crying. There's a little kid crying onto their uncle and aunt or something. There's like a family around their dying loved one is what I'm trying to say, okay, on their deathbed. And it says, when you die, people cry and beg for you to come back. But when you do, there's the running and the screaming. And that's going to do it for me, except for my post of the most.
So true. So true. All right. Kicking off my set. Brought to you, round 3, brought to you by Kintsugi. In Japan, broken objects are often repaired with gold. The flaw is seen as a unique piece of the object's history, which adds to its beauty. And oftentimes they say it's even stronger than the original. Thought of you, TD. Oh, except he's not here. broken ass. Try to be nice to somebody. Anyway. Moving on, round 3. Here we have a bit from Seth Meyers commenting on the tangerine toddler, the Diet Coke dictator, who has commented many times about how thrilled he was to have done so well on his IQ test, which wasn't an IQ test, it was a dementia test. And Seth Meyers says, if you take a dementia test and think it's an IQ test, then I'm sorry to say you failed both the IQ test and the dementia test, which is true. Here we just see the president on a wall, and it says, the best thing to come out of his mouth will be his last breath. Best and worst of Twitter, too, making an appearance in all 3 rounds, if I remember correctly, has a post from Hera, Queen of the Gods, at sword_mommy. Says, you want to be a trad wife because you hate feminism and your job. I want to be a 50s housewife so I can get a lobotomy and pop benzos before picking up cocaine cola at the grocery store and putting hot dogs and Jell-O for my husband. So say we all. Will Chamberlain at Will Chamberlain says, I brought my family to D.C. for the Cherry Blossom Festival. First thing I saw when I exited L'Enfant Plaza Metro was a gang of youths driving ATVs down the street, one of whom was doing a wheelie. So forgive me if I doubt that crime is down. This was highlighted by Comrade Punisher and shared by friend of the show, George H. Cruikshank. He's got it commented. Bragging about being a giant pussy is integral to the conservative mindset. Just constantly, I so want to be a victim. Please, please make a victim of me. Let me be a victim. This is a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene, fingers in the air, famously talking about how Democrats control the weather and that the California wildfire started by a Jewish space laser. It's captioned, the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene is not frequently struck by lightning is proof that Democrats do not control the weather. At I Am Bruja. Moving on, Corey Showtime Robinson, friend of the show, has got this picture posted of a crying baby just going, wah. Middle-aged Riot has said, shown Republicans when Democrats do the same shit they do. Like, you know, teasing and trolling and, you know, talking about their man-baby crush. Best and worst of Twitter, too. Again, post from Ibsen Moy here. Picture of Pedro Pascal blowing a kiss. And Ilya says, straight men attacking Pedro Pascal instead of trying to figure out why women think he's fantastic are great contributors to the male loneliness crisis, and I'm all for it. Be lonelier, losers. I liked Ilya's, I liked her energy. Moving on, we have one of those inspirational posters. Beautiful picture of some buttes out in the southwest, blue sky, white puffy clouds, and it says, you are enough. We don't need more of you.
No.
If we spent as much time on ourselves as we do memes, we'd be better people, posted that. And personally, I like it. Moving on. This was on a BuzzFeed list, I think. It's a wooden fireplace. It says, deal of a lifetime. Single-use fireplace. $1,500.
Oh.
I'm not sure what to make of that. Here's another one from BuzzFeed, I believe. Audrey's review. Audrey Hockey says, listening to this from Australia. And whoever the band is says, that's so sick. Thanks for the support. Audrey says, I didn't say I liked it or it was good.
Oh.
I was just like, I'm going to give you points for your candor, Audrey. PETA posts this. Next time you think of eating a chicken, remember they had a family just like you. And Mr. Louis Vuitton says, this is why I order a family bucket at KFC. No one is left behind. Just me and TD, probably. Moving on, we see a Days Inn that has a wonderful sign that tells all its amenities, including 32-inch eggs, HD TV waffles, and a biscuits and gravy hot tub. That is my kind of hotel right there. America. And friend of the show, Amy Upson, has this post. It says, "Have I made bad decisions while drinking? Sure. Have I made better decisions, better ones while sober? Not really.
Right.
Not really. So I'm gonna have a drink. That has been my entire third round, allegedly. Moving on to leaving only my post with the most. Brane, what you got?
All right. So post of the most is my dumb ass. Back in 2010, I posted, man, brain damage needs a brick wall to slam my head through. Anybody feel like hitting me with a bat or something blending solid? I was literally taking bribes on people paying me money to hit me with chairs.
Wow.
And then I seen this maybe about a year ago, and I posted the damage was very strong when I was younger. Glad I finally matured enough to stop banging my head against the wall and getting into fights on public transportation. I get a lot less headaches now, but I'm still pretty stupid though. Yep. And that was my post of the most, handing it off to you, Eric.
Nice. My post with the most was this delightful looking trio. This is Bondi, our Attorney General, and Kash Patel, actually our co-director of the FBI. I don't know if you heard that, but classic move. They're giving him a co-director, which is a great way to get nothing done. And Janine Pirro. You remember drunk Janine Pirro? She is now the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. And the three of them are standing there. Kash Patel looks as bug-eyed and weird as always. Janine Pirro is giving him the side eye, and Bondi's staring forward like she doesn't even know what's going on. And I just captioned it, got a real who farted vibe. That's it. That's it. That consummates an entire show. Constitutes it legally and according to everything that is required in the contract. That was an episode of Facebook for the Blind, episode 220. Thank you all so much for joining us. We love you. Mwah.
Woo! Love you, Beverly.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.